Initially, this video was going to be a review of another Idris Elba starring role, which is Hijack 2023, which I cannot recommend enough. Having written parts of a script down and decisively started to record, however, I came across this film to which I inevitably decided to make a video on, because it spoke to me more. Once this film hooks you, it hooks you, keeping you on the edge of your seat till the end, to be honest. I won't lie, I watched the first few minutes on my phone, but there's a certain what the moment that changes the momentum of this film. This film does not hold your hand. It assumes you understand the premise and you're on board. It is a smartly written script which relies on you inferring on past scenes with information already given rather than telling you or showing you. For example, when the antagonist says he has one more person he wants to add to his list of victims, any viewer's initial reaction would be to assume he's talking about the mother of one of his victims, who he has been cozying up to and befriending. Clearly, she's been a major part of this film and has been getting significant screen time. So imagine to my surprise when he ends up kidnapping the daughter of the detective lady, who we have not heard about or seen till then. But if you think about it, it does make sense. The antagonist, Andy Serkis' character, does have a mole within the police force. It is safe to assume he gave him the details that he needed. No one person is perfect. Everyone has some form of shame, despicable or irredeemable act. And for some people, these acts might not be minor and not worth the self-deprivation over. However, the power one can hold over you after knowing your deepest, darkest secret is insurmountable. Now, imagine how a police officer is supposed to navigate the treacherous beings of daily life whilst upholding the protect and serve mandates required of him. It is reasonable to assume one would buckle under such pressures and commit unreasonable crimes on the line of duty. Now, where this film excels is that it does not show you Detective Luther doing these things. It merely infers or suggests you to think based on the logical deduction that these things can happen. Andy Serkis is killing this character. A violent, manipulative, sadistic, and insane serial killer who enjoys toying and taking advantage of his victims and the people around them. I have to give the guy props. He honestly speaks volumes with just his face. The way he hides a smile, clearly taking pleasure in what evil he does but tries not to show it. Nowadays, a lot of real graphic and violent media can be easily accessed with just the tap of a finger. The psychology behind why some people are curious enough to view graphic media is the linchpin of this film at the end. Each and every face we are shown of the viewers communicates some level of the nature of humanity. Either it be curiosity, fear, history of violent victimization, enjoyment of graphic violence, or just plain vigilance. The antagonist argues that, brought to their base emotions, humans are sadistic and willing to overlook misdeeds in the world for the value of entertainment. He points out that the collective of people watching his stream are somehow different because they are true to themselves. For them, it's not for entertainment. It is in their nature. And why should they be forced to hide amongst a society who shuns them just because they perceive things differently? His hypocrisy is in that clearly for him, there is a side of performance and need for validation in his actions. He is also using the opportunity to take advantage of his viewers by tapping into the viewers' devices and recording their faces with clear intention to use this as blackmail against them in the future. The same people he claims are all a part of a community who understand each other and should be there for one another. It's been a while since I've seen a film this engaging. I do have to say I have a few minor nitpicks from my side. I was going to say that the twist of Detective Lady's daughter not actually being dead was not needed. But that mostly stems from my dislike of movies instigating the idea that children are invulnerable to hurt, pain, or death. With most movies having kids putting themselves in dangerous situations and then coming out on top easily. However, I was watching this film with my friend Faisal, and he easily predicted that the body we presumed was the daughter was not her, which made me think there must be something I'm missing with this misdirect. Secondly, I do believe that Detective Luther should have died at the end of the film. We've seen him push himself to the extent of disregarding his own health and safety, just so that he can catch the bad guy and solve the case. I do believe he should have drowned in the car, with having to make the choice of either saving Detective Lady and her daughter, or going after the antagonist. With him ultimately making the right decision after the whole film was about him slowly obsessing over getting the guy.